Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we're talking Catfish, the TV show, Zahra and T. So we're just going to get on to it. Before we start, I apologize, I'm not doing Happily Ever After this week. Episode was boring. Just over. I will return to it next week. With it being Memorial Day weekend, plus my birthday was yesterday, I just didn't feel like doing Happily Ever After. But I did want to get up here and do Catfish this week because this was the episode we've been waiting for the last 5 years. We had a return of former co-host Max. Max came back this episode. Cammy was out this episode. Cammy will be back next week, but she was out this episode and they brought back Max. So, everybody loved Max and everything. He was a great co-host. I love Cammy. I like Max. I wish it was all three, to be honest with you. Max even said in this episode, he feels like he feels like Cammy is better than him because, she brings, a whole different, feel and dynamic to the show, especially in a woman's perspective out of things too. So he actually prefers Cammy than himself. I mean, yes, you're gonna say that on TV, but I think he's right. And like I said, I like all three. I wish it was all three. People can say, "Oh, I don't." I see comments all the time. "Oh, I don't like Cammy. I want Max and all that." But I like Cammy. I love Cammy. I think she was the perfect replacement for him. So, but regardless, it was still good to see him back for this episode. So anyway, we met Zahra. She's been talking to. She works at a hospital in the nutrition part, in the kitchen for the nutrition, and she met this guy named T on a feederism site. And I guess feederism is just some kind of food fetish, basically type kind of site or whatever, where you just I don't know, it just has to do with food and about wanting to get your partner bigger and stuff and everything. It was just kind of odd that Zahra was on this site and work as she works at a hospital in the nutrition part. Just saying, but nonetheless, she met this guy named T. He was different than all the guys she talked to on the site. He wanted to get to know her. Everybody else just wanted just food and other things. He actually just wanted to get to know her, and they did, and they considered themselves boyfriend and girlfriend. But the usual. He tried to meet up, didn't want to meet up, and never wanted to video chat. They talked on the phone a few times, and that was it. So they call in Eva Max. She explains feederism to them and stuff, and then they go and do their investigation. So Eva and Max go do their investigation. They run the photos, nothing. They run the phone number. It came back to a Tyreek that lives in New York. By the way, Zahra lives in New York, and this guy lives in upstate New York, which is Rochester. They run the phone number. It came out to some guy named Tyreek who was 42. Now, this T guy said that he was like 32 or 32 in his 30s or something. And when they ran the phone number, it came back to somebody else in their 40s. So then they searched the name on Facebook, and they found a guy from New York who has kids, because T also mentioned that he has kids. He has 4 kids and stuff, and he just got out of a relationship and everything. And they saw this guy, Tyreek's profile, and it had a family picture, and it had a picture of food and stuff, so family dinner night and stuff. And they even ran the phone number on Cash App, and it came back to the same guy, the same name. So they go back and tell Zahra that, and she's a little surprised, why lie, but all that stuff. So then they reach out to T, and he was he responded back. He's like, "I'm flattered, but who is this for?" And we were like, "Whoa, what do you mean who's this for? That's kind of alarming." And he's like this, and Neva's like, this is for Zahra. And then he was like, oh, I don't know if I can meet. I'm sorry if I let her on, blah, 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 and whatever, whatever. But, Neve talked him into it. Zahra talked him into it. Neve and Max get back to the hotel, and then Neve gets a message from Zahra saying that T had messaged her and saying that he wants to meet at her house. But Zahra said, yeah, we can meet, but not at my house. We're going to meet at a park. So they called in Eve and Max, and they went to the park to meet this guy. So they get to the park, and we see a guy like leaning over a ledge, basically just waiting. Neve goes up to him and introduces themselves, and it wasn't the person in the pictures. It was Tyreek. And now this is what is odd about it. The dude's name, at the reveal, the guy's name was Tyreek, and with the same last name, but it wasn't that same person. So, and I guess, they beeped out the last name, so I don't know the last name, but they kept on saying that the last name is a unique last name. So it was Tyreek and something, and they found that Facebook page. And then when they meet the guy, his name is Tyreek and that same last name, but not that same person. So like, what, and they both live in New York. What were the odds of that? Like, that's crazy. What were the odds of that happening? So Zahra meets him, like, he's into it, she's not. She's like, oh my God, why lie? And then he's like, oh, everything I feel about you is real, blah, 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 and everything. And she was like, if you would have just came at you are, I don't discriminate. You're not bad looking, actually. You're pretty cute and everything. It's like, why do what you did and stuff and everything. And he's like, he's like, I understand that you're upset. He's like, it's not like, it's like, it's not that I'm just, Zahra said that she's more upset and hurt than anything. And he tried to plead his case, but she just wasn't feeling it. She was like, you're being sincere now, but is it because we got all these cameras around? Like, how are you going to be in person? So Neve and Max is like, okay, look, it's cold out here, let's go to a cafe to finish this conversation. Please show up, basically. And so Zahra, Neve, and Max go to the cafe. She thinking he ain't gonna show up, but he does. He shows up with a big thing of flowers and everything. And Zahra was like, I don't even like flowers, but thank you. Now Zahra, I'm sorry that this happened, but let's not be that mean now. Just saying. Whether you like flowers or not, don't like flowers or not, or you do. That was a nice gesture from him. Let's be nice, please. So once again, he pleads his case. He's like, he wants to be with her, blah blah blah, and all that. And she was just basically saying, time will tell, time will tell. And well, I'll give him a shot. And she was like, I'll give you a little bit of a shot, but it's just gonna be a work in progress. You're just gonna have to build it up as time goes by, and I'll see, and everything. So they left it at that. They do the 2-month follow-up. They ain't speaking. And I had a feeling that was going to happen. They ain't speaking. They said they talk here and there from there. Zahra claimed that he was just a complete different person in person and more than when he was online and everything. And he said, and Tyreek said it's just everything just faded away and stuff and everything. Neve had both asked both of them, are they still doing on that feederism site where they met? And both of them said that they're off the site for now. They're taking a break from it and everything. So we didn't get a happy ending like we did last week, which is unfortunate. Again, it's kind of like kind of like an oxymoron type thing. Like, you got Zahra on the feederism side, but working at a hospital in the nutrition department in the kitchen. And then when they found this Tyreek something, the person ended up being Tyreek something, but with a different different person. I don't know what I mean. If they claim that the last thing was really unique, what are the odds of that? I'm starting to real after thinking about it. I'm starting to think that even that maybe Tyreek that we seen played it like knows that person and just like played it off for the camera, so that the Tyreek's in the photo and the photo on the Facebook page wouldn't get exposed and get his family exposed. I don't know. Normally, I don't think like that, but it's just what were the odds of that? That's the thing that gets me in this episode, basically. You know, and he gonna lie about his age, 10 years and stuff, man. Like, come on, you know you older, you know you old. Jeez, you're in your 40s. Come on now, man. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I wish we had a happy ending like we did last week, but we didn't. So it is what it is. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. So yeah. So yeah, that was Catfish. All right, y'all. That's it. That's it. That's it in my review. I promise to be back next week for Happily Ever After. Like I said, I did not want to recap it this week. I'll do a quick overview with Happily Ever After. We Ed and Liz like made it back to San Diego. She's still upset with the breakup with Ed and upset that her daughter was involved in it. Ashley and Manuel. Ashley opened up about her biological father. She said that he like basically committed suicide when they were when she was younger, and she didn't get a chance to fully know him, and it explains why she's like goes off on Manuel so much. And she's trying to protect some money because she's thinking about getting a post nut for Manuel, since Manuel's always wanting to send money to Ecuador. So I've been hard on Ashley. But that kind of explains her behavior on the show. So I'll talk more about that next week. Who else did we have? Lauren and Lexi. Lauren returned home. Her kids returned. Her kids got to see her after her surgery. It was emotional. That's all we've seen out of that, basically. We didn't see Nicole Mahood, and we didn't see Rob and Sophie, thank God. But we did see Gina and Jasmine. Jasmine went off on Gina again because like he doesn't want to pay for this pageant that Jasmine keeps asking money for, and she thinks that Gina's controlling now, and she's throwing a fit, and it's just whatever. Emily and Kobe, they finally made Emily made the family dinner, made some Cameroon food for Kobe's family. Came out well. The mom came to somewhat of an understanding with the bride price thing, so everybody's at least on the same page with Emily and Kobe. Patrick and Thais, John came. John is staying at the apartment with Pat and Thais because he didn't get a hotel. Thais is upset about that on her birthday. So that's just the overview of Happily Ever After. I didn't want to go through a full blown thing about it this week. I wasn't in the mood. Anyway, guys, like I say, my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys watching my Catfish videos. I need y'all to watch my 90-day ones too. Like, I get a lot of viewers on my Catfish videos. Y'all come on, watch my other videos too. They're still just as good. All right. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love and support and everything. I may not be the most popular YouTuber here, but it's okay. But channel is growing. I got a good bit of subscribers, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate positivity on this page. Like I always say, like, please no rude or racist or homophobic or transphobic comments and stuff. Like I don't like to do the gossip stuff and everything, and just like make a big scene like some of these other YouTubers are and everything, and they getting themselves in trouble. No, I just call it as I see it. I shed my opinion on it, a male's perspective on it, and and we just go from there. So I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one and stay safe.